All bags are packed, got on a plane, and we left our homeland. Landed on a rainy summer day, got into a rental car, and we got into a beautiful apartment in Reykjavik. Drank coffee, walked around. I'm going to try to learn as much as I can about Iceland. I'm Duba, and I just moved to Iceland.
Happy Hanukkah and happy holidays. Have you ever wondered how celebrating Christmas looks like in Iceland? Probably not.
But to me, it's amazing and beautiful, and I really wanted to share it with you. No, wait, it doesn't suck. There's no Mariah Carey, there's no cheeses.
Starting in December,
The sunrise starts at about
10:30, the sunset at 15:30, and it starts to get dark, cold. At the beginning of November, you can already see strips of LED lamps almost everywhere. On windows, on fences, on roofs, trees, bushes. Even workplaces have decorations. It's a sight that's hard to describe. Even my phone can't illustrate. Icelandic children get to enjoy the favors of not one, but 13 Santas.
And it's not really Santa, it's trolls. Now let's rewind for a second.
It starts with Gryla. She's a giant and half troll, half ogre. And she's very, very,
Very ugly. They said she looks like a goat. She has horns, she has eyes in the back of her head, 15 tails, 300 heads. But today she kind of looked like the
evil villain from Disney movies.
with warts and big nose and stuff.
Other than being unpleasant,
There's one more thing you need to know about her. She eats people, and she especially loves the flesh of young, naughty children.
which she hunts during the holiday. Gryla is so scary
That in 1746, the government of Iceland forbidden to use her.
as a scolding tactic because the kids were too afraid to leave the house. There are legends about her appearance.
The places she lives, her husbands. But right now, let's talk about her current husband,
Which is the father of the 13 trolls of
Christmas Santas. I can't pronounce his name.
Leppalúði.
Now, he may be her husband, but he doesn't eat anyone. He's not a threat to the children. He's just really lazy. The couple lives with their
13 kids.
cat, which we'll get to, in the mountains of.
Dimmuborgir.
I can't pronounce that either.
In the past, Lepaluthi joined Gryla to the hunt. They used to sneak to the cities and villages looking for disobedient children for dinner. They'll put them in a sack until they have enough naughty kids. The Gryla boil them in her large cauldron and make her favorite dish, spoiled child stew.
Ever since, the legend has changed, and now her husband is too lazy. He's just sitting at home waiting for her to come back from the hunt.
The couple also have an unusual cat.
Jólakötturinn.
The Christmas cat, which is basically a huge cat. Its sole purpose is to eat children who won't get something new to wear for Christmas.
Some believe that he was terrifying Icelanders since the Dark Ages, but you can find them eating children ever since the 19th century. In a folk song written by the bard Jóhannes úr Kötlum,
Jóhannes úr Kötlum.
it described a huge dangerous cat walking around the snowy villages,
Grabbing people instead of mice for Christmas. And you can find this cat every year. I can't pronounce this.
Lakjartorg Square.
Now let's talk about those trolls.
Jólasveinar.
Each one of the Yule lads take turns visiting kids on the 13 nights leading up to Christmas. On each of those nights, children place one of their shoes on the windowsill. If you're a good boy or girl, the Yule lad will leave candies and sweets.
And if you're a bad boy, they'll put rotten potatoes. We all know what that smells like. Like the dwarves in Snow White, each one of the Yule boys has a name that points out his character. Okay, are you ready?
Here we go. The first Yule comes down
From the mountains,
Stekkjarspøy.
at December 12th. He's teasing sheep
and he loves fresh milk, so he steals it.
straight from the sheep.
And luckily for him, Iceland has a lot of sheep.
On the next night, December 13th,
Giljaguði.
he used to hide in gullies and give people a fright when they pass by.
And now he just still foams from buckets of cow milk. Next troll to come over is.
Stúfur.
He's much shorter than his brothers, and he has a taste for unwashed pants. I know it's disgusting.
On December 15th comes
Stúfur.
As the name suggests, he steals spoons and licks them. There's not much food left in them, so he's thinner than his brothers. December 16th is the time for the
Potiskfell.
pot scrapper.
He eats the unwashed food that sticks to the sides and bottom of the pot.
And at least he leaves the pots behind. December 17 is the ball lick.
Askasleikir.
No food was wasted in the old days, so people just leave their bowl on the floor as dog food.
And this troll hides under the bed, and just before the dog or the cat would lick it, he just grabs it and lick it himself. December 18,
Hyllaskellir.
the door slammer. This one just slams doors loudly, often late at night, and he wants to wake everybody up. If you think the wind did it, think again. He also stomps around keeping everybody awake. On the 19th, we have
Skiraumur.
he's a yogurt thief. In Iceland, there's a traditional Icelandic dairy product which called, let's see if I can pronounce it, skyr. And if he finds it, he eats it.
And I can't blame him, I'm addicted too.
Next in line,
Bjúnakrækir.
the sausage swiper.
Coming on December 20th. Back in the days, sausages were hung down from the ceiling and
And this troll just
fishes them and eats it.
December 21 is
Gluggakægir.
he peeks into windows looking for something to steal from the inside. If you see an ugly face on the window.
At the dark night, it's probably him.
December 22, we've got
Gáttaþefur.
the doorway sniffer. Now this troll loves Icelandic traditional Christmas pastry.
Laufabrauð.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. It's leaf bread and he can smell it from far, far away. Of course, he has to have an unusually large nose for that. Nowadays, he just steals whatever bakery goods he can find made before Christmas. Next, we have,
Kettkrókur.
he comes on December 23. This troll uses a hook to grab and steal meat, especially smoked lamb. Smoked lamb is a delicacy eaten in Christmas in Iceland. The last trolls comes on December 24th.
Kertasníkir.
The candle stealer. Now, this one waits until the children will go to sleep and then he steals their candles. In the old days, the candles were made from animal fat and he eats them. I don't know what he eats now, probably lead, but he still steals the candles. Now, what's the moral of the stories? Gurla and her family have a very straightforward message. Obey the rules and you can enjoy the holiday. There's a reason this troll walks out during the winter when it's dark outside and snowy and cold, because it's dangerous for kids to walk out alone and it's a great way to ensure that the kids won't go out unsupervised from the house, especially during the early times when a kid who didn't came home just froze and gone forever. The Christmas cat also have a purpose. During medieval times, the employers used to give their workers shoes and clothes for their hard work every Christmas. But if you're lazy, you didn't get anything, so the cat would come and eat you. So this story is kind of made for children to make sure that they will be productive and won't be lazy. And it's kind of point on because it's really hard to get out of bed when it's dark and freezing outside. Another explanation for the cat is that back in the days, it's probably a good thing to encourage people to speed up what they're needing and to make clothes for Christmas during winter time, because new clothes means life. The Yule lads were also creepier than today, but in these days they're funny and they're cute, harmless tricks. That's it. This is how Christmas looks like in Iceland. If you have anything to add, to fix, if I forgot something, if you want to know something, talk to me in the comments. I want to thank the girls from my favorite shop who introduced me to the Trolls of Christmas and made me curious about it, and the guys from Axton who sent me information in the email. Merry Christmas!